She didn't scream when they found her. She just stood there, barefoot, holding a flashlight like a weapon. Before we dive in, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoy stories like this, be sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share it with someone who'd love it too. Principal David Chen had been hearing sounds behind his house for 3 nights. Scratching, movement, something alive. His wife thought it was raccoons. He thought it was worse. So on Thursday night, he grabbed a flashlight and walked into his backyard alone. The garden shed door was cracked open. He hadn't been in there since spring. He stepped closer. The beam cut through the dark. And that's when he saw her. A girl, maybe 16, frozen like a deer, dirty backpack at her feet. And a blanket tangled around her legs. He knew her face immediately. Mia Torres, Jr., expelled 2 days ago, by him. She didn't run. She just stared at him, breathing hard, eyes wet but defiant. He opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. "How long?" he asked. She didn't answer. "How long have you been out here?" Still nothing. He looked past her. A sleeping bag on the floor, a duffel bag, a phone charger plugged into the shed's old outlet, a stack of library books, a half-eaten granola bar on the shelf. This wasn't just tonight. This was home. David took a step back. His mind was racing. Mia Torres had been expelled for skipping class, chronic absences, no phone calls returned from home, no parent conferences, no excuses. He'd followed protocol, sent the letters, filed the paperwork. She was gone. And now, she was here, in his shed, living like a ghost. "Does anyone know where you are?" he asked quietly. She shook her head. "Your parents?" Her jaw tightened. She looked away. That's when it clicked. There were no parents. Not anymore. Not in any way that mattered. David exhaled slowly. He didn't know what to say. So he said the only thing he could. "Come inside." Mia didn't move. "I'm not calling the cops," he added. "Just come inside." She hesitated, then picked up her backpack, followed him across the yard, into the kitchen. His wife, Linda, was at the table with a mug of tea. She looked up, saw Mia, saw the dirt on her hands, the exhaustion in her eyes. Linda didn't ask questions. She just stood up and pulled out a chair. "Sit," she said gently. Mia sat. Linda made her a sandwich. Mia ate it in silence. David watched from the counter, and he didn't know where to start. So he didn't. He just let her eat, let her breathe, let her exist without explaining herself. When she finished, Linda handed her a glass of water. Mia drank it all. Then David finally spoke. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" Mia set the glass down. Her voice was hoarse. "Tell them what?" "That you had nowhere to go." She laughed. It was sharp, bitter. "You think anyone cares?" David frowned. You expelled me." The words hit like a slap. He stopped. Because she was right. He had expelled her, for missing school, for not showing up, for failing to meet the standard. He never asked why. He just followed the rules. "I didn't know," he said quietly. "You didn't ask." Silence. Linda sat down next to Mia. "Where's your family?" Mia's hands clenched in her lap. "Mom's in Arizona, I think. I haven't heard from her in 8 months. Dad's been gone since I was 12. And you've been living where?" "Wherever I can." David's chest tightened. "The shed?" "For 2 weeks. Before that, a friend's couch. Before that, the park. Before that..." She trailed off, shrugged. "It doesn't matter." But it did matter. It mattered more than anything. Linda reached across the table. Mia pulled her hand back, not ready for comfort, not ready to trust it. David sat down. His voice was steady now. Careful. You can't stay in the shed. Mia's eyes went cold. I'll leave in the morning. That's not what I meant. Then what? He glanced at Linda. She nodded. You can stay here, David said. In the house. We have a guest room. Mia stared at him, like he'd just spoken another language. Why? Because you need a place. And we have one. You don't even know me. I know enough. She shook her head. I can't pay you. I'm not asking you to. This is weird. Yeah, David admitted. It is. Linda smiled softly. But it's also okay. Mia looked between them, searching for the catch, the angle, the hidden cost. But there wasn't one. Just two people offering her something she hadn't had in a long time. A place to sleep without fear. She swallowed hard, nodded once. That night, Mia slept in the guest room. David couldn't sleep at all. He sat in the living room staring at nothing, thinking about how easy it had been to sign that expulsion form, how little he'd questioned it, how invisible Mia had been until she wasn't. The next morning, Linda made breakfast. Mia came downstairs slowly, still guarded, still waiting for this to fall apart. And David set a plate in front of her. We need to talk, he said. Mia tensed. You're still expelled, he continued, but I'm going to fix that. How? I don't know yet, but I will. She didn't argue. She just ate. Over the next few days, David worked behind the scenes. He pulled Mia's file, reviewed her attendance, her grades before everything fell apart. She'd been a solid student, quiet, no behavioral issues. Then something shifted. Absences piled up, grades tanked. No one followed up. No one asked why. He called a meeting with the school counselor, the attendance officer, the district supervisor. I made a mistake, he told them. They looked at him like he'd lost his mind. She violated policy, the attendance officer said. We followed procedure. She's homeless, David said flatly. She's been sleeping outside for months. And we expelled her for it. The room went quiet. We didn't know, the counselor said carefully. We should have. The supervisor leaned back. What are you proposing? Reinstatement, full support, counseling, whatever she needs. And if she falls behind again, then we help her, not punish her. It took a week, but they approved it. Mia was back in school. David personally walked her through the process, helped her re-enroll, got her books, set her up with a mentor. She didn't say much, but she showed up every day, on time. At home, things were different. Mia was still quiet, still wary, but slowly she softened. She helped Linda cook dinner, watched TV with David, did homework at the kitchen table. She started to look normal. Like a kid. One night, about a month in, Mia sat across from David at dinner. Sam, why are you doing this? She asked. He looked up. What do you mean? Letting me stay. Helping me. You don't owe me anything. David set down his fork. Thought for a moment. When I was a principal, he said, I thought my job was to enforce rules. Keep order. Make sure the system worked, but I forgot something. What? The system only works if people matter more than the process. Mia's eyes glistened. She looked away. You matter, Mia, he said quietly. You always did. I just didn't see it. She nodded. Didn't trust her voice. Linda reached over and squeezed her hand. This time, Mia didn't pull away. Months passed. Mia graduated on time, walked across the stage in a cap and gown. David and Linda were in the front row. She looked at them when her name was called, smiled. A real smile. After the ceremony, she stood with them outside. I got into community college, she said. Full financial aid. David grinned. That's incredible. I'm going to study social work. Linda's eyes filled with tears. You're going to be amazing. Mia nodded, then looked at David. "Thank you," she said, "for seeing me." He hugged her, tight, like a father. "I'm sorry I didn't see you sooner," he whispered. She pulled back, wiped her eyes. "You saw me when it mattered," and that was enough. Mia moved into the dorms that fall, but she came back every Sunday for dinner. She called Linda on her birthday, texted David when she aced a test. She became part of the family, not because she had to, but because she wanted to. Years later, David retired. On his last day, the school held a ceremony. Former students spoke, colleagues shared stories, and then Mia walked to the podium. She was older now, a confidant, a social worker at a nonprofit helping homeless youth. She told the crowd about the night David found her in his shed, about the choice he made, about the second chance she never thought she'd get. "He didn't just help me," she said. "He changed me. And because of that, I get to help kids like me every day." The room erupted in applause. David couldn't stop the tears. After the ceremony, Mia found him in the hallway. "You okay?" she asked. He nodded. "Yeah, I'm proud of you." "I'm proud of you too." They stood there for a moment, two people who'd found each other in the dark. "Thank you," David said. Mia smiled. "For what?" "For letting me get it right." She hugged him, and for the first time in a long time, David felt like he'd truly done his job. Not as a principal, but as a human being. Sometimes the most important rules are the ones we break. Sometimes the system needs to bend, and sometimes the person you save ends up saving you right back. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that second chances are real, and that sometimes the smallest act of kindness can change everything.